Hello, today we will learn how to add and subtract matrices. So if we want to add matrix A plus matrix B, something that we must know is that they need to be of the same size. And you will see why in a moment. So to add two matrices, what you do is just take each entry of both of them and add them just like you would add two numbers. So let me show you right now. So let's say that these are our two matrices. As you might recall from the previous video, these subscripts right here tell you what position they are in, what entry they are. And so if we want to add both of them, how we would add them is just by putting A11 plus B11 in this first entry, and then A12 plus B12 in our second entry, and so on and so forth. So you will see, so now it must be evident why you need both matrices to have the same size. Because if for example, our A matrix was larger, let's say that we have an extra column, like this, then we wouldn't know what to add to it at the end. So right here, we would have like A13, but plus what? We don't know. And so that's why we need both matrices to have the same size. So this is not possible. Okay, so if you want to just have kind of something to read, is addition is you just add independently corresponding entries of the two matrices. Now we will look at subtraction. Subtraction is very similar to addition, just with a little bit of a twist. So subtraction is just basically adding the negative. What does this mean? So this means that when you have A minus B, and this equals to C, we can just think of it as A plus negative B. And this will make things a lot easier. But now, you might ask yourself, well, how do I get negative B? And I'll show you right now. What we do is just multiply each entry by negative 1. So, for example, this right here is the negative of A. So if A had entries A11, A12, A21, and A22, the negative of that matrix would just be negative A11, negative A12, negative A21, and negative A22. So that is very straightforward, very easy. So now what we just have to do is, if we want to subtract two matrices, we just add the negative of the second, and that's it. So I'll put right now how it's gonna look, and you'll see that it's very easy. So we're just now adding these two matrices instead of subtracting. Instead of having here a subtraction sign, now we have an addition, a plus sign, and we'll see how is that going to translate to the matrix C. So our C matrix will look like this. Of course, keep in mind that this is one entry, this is another entry, and we just have two entries like before. So because we can represent a subtraction as an addition, the requirements are still the same, that the size of both A and B must be the same. Recall that by size, I mean rows must equal rows, well, number of rows must equal number of rows, and columns must equal number of columns. So M times N must equal M times N. And remember that M times N does not equal N times N. So that is very important. So in order to add or subtract two matrices, this requirement must be fulfilled. And besides that, everything is very straightforward. And of course, here, you can think of it as just A11 minus B11. And of course, the same way for all the others.